November 3rd, 2019. Joe here at Simple Life Show. Thanks for joining me today. Of course, the chicken wars, the chicken sandwich wars, used to be, I guess it was a meme or something like that. Well, I don't know if it was an actual war or not. I saw a lot of stuff on social media about the chicken wars. Popeyes and Chick-fil A just going at it. The whole divisionary type thing is getting old and played out, but it's just something that we have to all deal with, and pick your sides. I guess are you a Chick-fil-A person, or are you Popeyes, or are you just neither? Are you a libertarian, and you just don't even care about chicken sandwiches? But if I had to choose personally, I'd probably choose a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I haven't had a chicken sandwich in a long time from either place. But I mean, if you look at the Popeyes chicken sandwich and a lot of their stuff, I'm not saying it's bad. It just looks like it's really bad for you. It probably tastes great. But most of the things that taste great are usually really bad for you. So Chick-fil-A sent out an email a couple days ago where they were promoting their National Sandwich Day, and they were saying that it was supposed to be on November 3rd, today, Sunday. And of course, this was a big mistake, and they put out a retraction. Of course, this obviously didn't stop Popeyes from kind of attacking Chick-fil-A, saying that we're open while you're closed. They actually put out an image about this as well, and this is what it looks like here. Of course, this is one of the food signs that you see on the interstate. Of course, on the left, you see Chick-fil-A closed on Sunday, Popeyes open on Sunday. But this is just something that, I believe there is a dichotomy just, being waged in the consciousness of the public, where you have to choose a side no matter what. Where are you a Chick-fil-A person, or are you a Popeyes person? Are you a Democrat, or are you Republican? Are you straight, or are you gay? It doesn't really matter anymore. You just have to pick your side. You really do. You have to pick your side. And of course, this is just a funny example of what's really going on right now. The whole war against cows, and actually Chick-fil-A was kind of humorous about this. And they had put out a statement to USA Today where they had talked about this in a humorous fashion. Of course, it says Chick-fil-A sent an email promoting National Sandwich Day. Did they forget they were closed that day? But here at the bottom here, they actually put out a statement. It says, the cows sometimes get overeager on their quest for self-preservation, Chick-fil-A said in a statement. They had been reminded that Sundays are off limits. Popeyes took a dig at Chick-fil-A earlier this week by announcing its chicken sandwich would return on a day the competition was closed. Of course, we just saw that in that previous thing there. So, my own personal views of this is that it's kind of funny and stuff, and restaurants are poking fun of each other and poking back at each other, having a little war on social media, which I haven't really seen that much. You don't see Olive Garden do this. You don't see TGI Fridays do this. Well, just some of the main, some of the main chain restaurants. Of course, you see, it's main. I guess Chick-fil-A started this. I'm not exactly sure, but now a lot of the restaurants are kind of getting into the whole meme war and the whole online war type thing that's going on between different restaurants. But I think that it's something that the whole Sunday off. Chick-fil-A is constantly being attacked for being closed on Sunday just because they have some standards. They want to go by some standards, and they have their own personal beliefs and stuff like that. At least the owners do, and the people that I'm sure that work there. Because by now, if you don't know what Chick-fil-A really is all about and what their core principles are, then you've been living under a rock. And Chick-fil-A is owned and run by Christian people, has Christian values. That's why they're not they're not open on Sundays. So they want to make sure their employees have a something to make sure they can go to church and stuff like that, express their religious freedoms and so forth. And I think that's a great thing. I think that's why you see so many people lining around the Chick-fil-A building, if it's not Sunday, of course. And the customer service, I've been there plenty of times. I haven't been back in a while, but I know that every time I go there, it's really, really, the service is awesome. It's probably the best service I've ever got. And I've been to, expensive restaurants. I've been to a lot of fast food. Of course, I try not to eat most of that stuff anyway. But if I was going to do Chick-fil A, if I was going to do fast food, I would do Chick-fil-A, just simply because they have good food and their beliefs are in line with mine. But I try not to. I really think that comes to another point where we really want to understand that businesses aren't there to support different beliefs anyway. They should be neutral. They really should. And that's something that I personally agree with as well. But I can't condemn Chick-fil-A for having their personal beliefs or making it known. But at the same time, whenever you walk into a Chick-fil-A, they're not trying to jam a Bible down your throat either. Just like In-N-Out Burger isn't trying to jam a Bible down your throat. Now, do they have Bible verses and other different types of sayings on their packaging? Absolutely. They're a private business. They can do whatever they want to do. You know, everyone says the same thing about Facebook and Twitter. They're private businesses. They can do whatever they want to do. And that's a topic of a different discussion. But in my own personal view, I'm kind of torn between the whole thing, but I don't believe that if you don't want to have that message and you want to be part of that, don't participate. Not everything has to be whitewashed or neutral and everything. I mean, that's one of the great things about this country is that you have choices. That is what capitalism does. You have a choice to do this and you have a choice to do that. As far as, and I believe that, there's this whole dig of the cows sometimes get overeager on their quest for self-preservation is a dig at AOC. Because, this whole thing with the Green New Deal and getting rid of cows and the cows are causing climate change. I mean, if you actually really believe that the cows are actually really causing climate change, I did a video on this months ago where we kind of talked about this, and cows really don't have too much of a, the cows themselves. Now, there's different things that go along with the actual processing of the meat and stuff like that, how they're fed. And I get that. I really do. There's a lot of fossil fuels that are involved in that. But, this is something that we can't just take everything off the plate. We can't completely get rid of fossil fuels overnight. And this is kind of what they're trying to do. I mean, not literally overnight, but doing extreme things when it's not really as required. Our planet actually is getting greener. And the thing is that China and India are actually responsible for that because they're planting a lot of trees. Yeah, they are probably some of the world's worst polluters, but they are trying to do what they can. Now, I'm not a big lover of China. I believe in freedom and not communism. I believe in separation of powers and not dictatorships and stuff like that. But at least they're doing something. We all need to try to do something, but we don't need to go over the edge. The world is not ending in 12 years. And here recently, I don't know if it was recently, but there was a montage put together of people making fun of the fact that AOC was talking about cows and cow farts and stuff like that. We need to stop eating hamburgers, and that's why we have this impossible meat and all this kind of stuff. South Park even was making fun of it as well. But I mean, this is just something that has become kind of humorous in a way.
Trying to get rid of all the cows. I support cows.
I've got 100 cows.
No more milk, no more cheese, no more steak. No South Dakota milkshakes.
Cheeseburgers and a milkshake will become a thing of the past.
No more hamburgers.
We're going to ban hamburgers.
They want to take away your hamburgers. This is what Stalin dreamt about.
Yeah, I don't believe that's what Stalin dreamt about. I don't think that is going to usher in communism. But the point is that the reason why people are getting so messed up about this whole thing, and of course the Green New Deal is never going to happen. If you get a Democrat in office or something like that, if something terrible happens and Trump isn't reelected, I still don't think, they're going to be wasting so much money on Medicare and Medicaid for all, if that was even a possibility. I think that they're just saying this kind of stuff because, once again, they're just pandering to a lot of people. It's telling you that they're going to give you a lot of stuff in the next election, just like they always do. Now, the reason why people support Trump so much is because he did promise a lot of stuff, but he has been backing it up. He has been doing a lot of the stuff that he promised during his election. That's something that you really don't see a lot. That's why Trump kind of goes outside the norm, and he's a little different. That's why his rallies are packed. The only person that's actually come close to actually something that looks like Trump rally is Bernie Sanders. Of course, that's the person I'm worried about the most is Bernie Sanders. If Bernie Sanders is actually able to get the nomination, which I don't believe he will, I think if the Democrats really want to beat Trump, and this is coming from a Trump supporter, if they really want to beat Trump, they really need to put their full support behind Bernie Sanders because he is the only one that has a chance of beating Trump. And I hate saying that just simply because there's a lot of Bernie bros out there. There's a lot of people that support this guy. Yeah, he just had a heart attack. People don't care about that. That's fine. Trump's pretty fat. I mean, he's not huge, but he eats McDonald's every day. It's probably only a matter of time for him as well. He must have a really good trainer. I don't know. I don't know how he hasn't keeled over yet. I mean, if he's literally eating McDonald's every day. I don't think he's eating McDonald's every day, but that's beside the point. But this whole thing, with Chick-fil-A and the whole dichotomy of choosing your side, it's getting really old. I really wish that we can just go back to a rational conversation, even if it's about chicken sandwiches. Why are we talking about chicken sandwiches? People just don't get they just don't get it anymore. They just want to latch onto something, anything that they can use to separate people. And I think that's really the main point of this video is that no matter what it is, even if it's something as trivial as chicken sandwiches, you will see people getting into this dichotomy of choosing a side where it's either left or right, and we're the freedom of thought. I mean, even some of the people on the right, I have seen this personally, even in my own social media, that there are people that are so rabid, people on the rabid Trump supporters that they won't listen to anything on the left, and there's just as many people on the left, if not more people on the left, that will not listen to anyone that's on the right. I just really my own goal in my life, and I don't care, at this point, what anyone really thinks about me. I don't care if people watch my videos. I don't care if they don't believe in anything that I'm talking about. That's fine. I'm not here to please anyone. I'm here just to please myself, serve my God, and try to love my family as much as I can. That's it. Those are my three main goals. I don't have any delusions of anything anymore. I just really want to try to be as rational and open-minded as possible, and I try to live a moral life. And we just see this, we kind of just see this kind of separating. It's just a separation from the cream and all that stuff. I mean, everything is just separating out. And people need to choose their sides, obviously, even when it comes down to chicken sandwiches. So until next time, this is Joe with Simple Life. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.